So we're going to get into with the mule here that just came in for training. This is Montana. He's anywhere, I think, between 15 and 20 years old. Just overall stuff we're going to be working on here next month. But just coming out here the first day, I did move him around, thought I'd make a good video. He has no idea how to respect the end of the lead rope or the halter. He has tried pulling away from me, which I kind of figured would happen. So I'm going to show you what I would do first time getting him in, and he's a little bit more rank on the ground, I guess. Just trying to pull away from what I would do. My main goal is just get the front end moving a little bit and getting him to see the end of the halter and swing those hindquarters out is the first things I want him to do. So I'm going to get him moving, front end over, then he kind of wants to leave. He's always searching for the outside, so I'll let him find the inside again. For here, I'm going to ask him to go this direction. And as soon as we get a little bit of a stressful situation, he wanted to leave. So here, you see him kind of looking toward the outside, his ears toward the outside. I mean, like, no, think about the inside. Think there, he thought about that way. And be aware that he will want to tear away from you as soon as you start getting him moving. So this is the first thing that I'm going to work on. And we did probably 5 minutes of this, 10 minutes with this before this. I'm like, well, we've got to make a video of it. So he has a kind of idea at times, but he's still not thinking about it. So you got to swing those hindquarters out. And it's a physical, demanding job to do, but I want him thinking on moving those hind. This is a good spot, so I'll let him rest for a second or two. I'm going to move him away. And start getting him thinking, coming in toward me. Facing up to me is good, so I'm going to let him rest a second or two every time he faces up with me. Think about going in this direction. And I have no idea what his history is before the people bought him, but my guess is it wasn't too good of a life. But that doesn't matter. We still need to try to make him the most respectful mule as we possibly can. And changing directions get you that opportunity of moving the front to the hinds. And see if I can pick up. I'm going to ask, and I'm going to tell him. Moving this direction. That's good. Nice and easy, peaceful. I'm going to ask for his hindquarters there. That was what I was looking for. I'm going to give him a second or two standing there. Might go rub on him a little bit. This is the very start process of a mule tearing away from you. How to create a good habit to it. Now, in my opinion, a mule that tears away from you will always try on a new person, or very likely, if sure that are at this age, it's a very hard habit to break. But I could get him to where he's really good with me, but with somebody else, as soon as he knows how that person can control him, and they get in a situation that he doesn't like, he's probably going to do it again. But this is my step away, what I do there, and rolling those hindquarters out. He should look for me. I want to reward that, and when he looks at me. I used to just keep on moving him without giving a couple second release for moving the hindquarters out, which was kind of working in the wrong direction. I want this right here to feel really, really good. I want him to search to look toward me. If he's looking toward me while he's running away and he ends up looking at you, there's no way he'd just be going a circle around you. So that's the goal that I want to have, is him making a habit of looking toward me, but I still need to move his front to get him going and set him up. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Go this direction. There we go. And that should feel good also when he does leave and goes in the right direction. And moving the hindquarters across. And the amount of pressure you will add is, the less and less pressure you can add to making him go, the less likely he's going to try and tear away from your hand, out of your hands. So as we progress, the more accurate I'm going to get, so I'm going to have to add probably a little more pressure at times. So that's going to create more anxiety. The farther along we get with this, it's going to create a lot more anxiety, because more pressure I'm going to add, the more tendency he's going to have to go away from me and get away from me. So he has to realize and think things through to see the good part of it. So many bad things that happen and bad habits to break. I bet the first time we'll do tarp with him, or a flag, anything like that, he's going to want to run away from it and get away. So we got to start here with the least amount of pressure, and then build our way up to where we can use the tarp and the rope and maybe even the ball on those stressful situations. Once he does get used to the ball, the tarp, and the flag, the less likely he should pull away from it once he's good with that in any situation. Because that is the tarp and the ball and the flag is a lot more of a stressful, it's more stress on them, more pressure on them. So they should get to deal with more things around them, and think things through a little bit more when you get to a public place. So I'm going to ask him to go again. There, he's doing good. Going to come in here, asking for his hindquarters. That was good. So very little pressure there. So what I'll probably start doing now is go in a full circle. Go a little bit farther. He's going to like, well, usually you got to stop at a half circle. Well, now we're doing a 3/4 of a circle. Let him feel good. I'm going to go in the same direction. Going to mix it up just a little bit now. See, he's wanting to roll his hindquarters out, and that's a good thing. So I'll reward that a little bit, and I'll get right back to it and ask him to go. Reward. Ask him to go. Reward. Ask him to go. So what you want that brain to think is, being with me and facing up to me is the best option at 100% of the time. And it's very time consuming, and it'll probably, the times that they want to tear away are the times that you're at a new place doing something new. So it's a very hard habit to break, and if you don't have the physical strength to do it, it gets really hard. There's some other options that you can do to move. You could tie them like to the side of the railing here, and stand kind of and move them back and forth. Let them kind of find the end of the lead rope that way. I like the hands-on for me, but if you don't have the strength and it's not happening, that's an option to do. Another option is doing it in a round pen, where you have a little bit longer lead rope, to where they would just continue to run around the round pen, and you continue to bump on the nose just a little bit until they do face up to you, and then reward that. So there's environments that you can change, but for me, I like the big arena. I like to work on straight on with the problem and go with it. Another option that I've used is also doing it on top of another mule, ponying him and working his hindquarters in front to start with on another mule. But then you need to be a little handy on top of your mule to be able to work with one. So that was pretty good. I'll keep going on this. Let's go the other direction. No. As soon as he feels a little bit of pressure, he's wanting to squirt out of there. And what he just did just now is right in between of what I usually say being reactive and responsive. He almost reacted. First instinct was to react, and that was squirting out this way. And he was like, thought a little bit, okay, if I just respond and go this direction, everything will be good. So I'm looking for, there was a response. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Move the hindquarters out. There we go. Let's go again. There's a response again. There's a little bit of reactiveness still in there. I like to see that walking a little bit more quiet and comfortable. And what creates reactiveness is not letting them have a feel of the lead rope before you're asking them. It's like if I'm standing right here and just smack him out of the blue because I'm thinking let's go that way, and just going in here and just start smacking him. That's how you get your mule more reactive. Here I'm going to show him. No, think. I'm letting him make the decision. He took one step in that direction. That's a good. I would rather see that, and then instead of trying to squirt out and really go fast in this direction, I'd rather him take one step. There. That's getting where I would like to call responding. Yes, my goal is to have him walking in a circle and doing really good, but you first need to teach him how to respond if they are reactive. So I'm bringing him this way. Let's go. Now I'm asking him a little bit more. I'm going to let him think about it. He's still thinking about it. That was good. He's not thinking about going that direction. He was thinking more about backwards, and there he went. So if I can get him to be responsive and not reactive, we'll be doing all right. So this is probably something I'll be practicing for a long time. I'll be doing it with a flag, with a tarp, with a ball, going through this whole process. But this is the basic and the start of it, especially for him. And he's had this habit for a long time. He's been, I don't know what he's been through, but he's been through a lot. But we're not taking that into consideration. He does need to be able to lead good and be good with that. We'll also be riding him later on. And my guess, he'll probably ride the same way he leads. And that's not very good. Probably running through the bit a little bit, probably a little stiff, probably won't respect the bit. Probably wants to go in the direction he wants to go, and as soon as something would spook him, he would probably take off and go in that direction without any control. So we're going to get this stuff going pretty good next couple of days, and then we're going to work into the saddle and get him good on that end of it. That's all I have for this little tip here, and I hope you enjoyed it.